Hi, good morning, everybody. I'd like to welcome you all to the International Cytokine and Interferon Society annual business meeting. Let me just share my screen here. Okay, so as the slides load here, we'll get started. So the purpose of this meeting is really to update the society members on activities and progress in the Cytokine Society. So I'm Kate Fitzgerald, I'm president of the society, and this will be our annual president's report. So I'd like to start by thanking the members of the ICIS Council who have really been active and incredibly helpful during this past year, particularly with the challenging year that we've had as part of 2020 with the global COVID-19 pandemic. So particular thanks to Chris Hunter, who's currently president-elect, as well as Nancy Reich Marshall, who's the immediate past president of the society, both of whom have been really critical over the last year. I'd also like to thank our treasurer, Dusan Boganovic, our new secretary, Kate Jeffrey, as well as John Scoggins, who has just finished his term as secretary. And then for all that we do, our managing director, Joan Ofner, has been really critical and instrumental to all of the activities of this past year. I also want to thank our 2020 council members, David Artis, who's just finished his term, and Sarah Gaffin, Ann O'Gara, Hiroki Yoshida, who's also just finished his term on Cytokine Society Council, and then our 2020 chair, Michael Gale, as well as Joan. And then many thanks also to the members of the various committees throughout the activities of the society. So the meetings committee, Brendan Jenkins, the nominations committee, Thomas Decker as chair, the awards committee, Fabian Mackay and Luke O'Neill, who are co-chairs, our standards committee, a new chair, Gareth Jones, our publications committee, Scott Durham, the nomenclature committee, a new chair as well, Juan Mendoza. Welcome, Juan, to ICIS leadership. Dusan, who I just mentioned, is our treasurer and chairs the finance committee. And then particular thanks to David Artis, who has been really active over this last year, especially as we move forward as a society to bring in new donors and support for some of our prestigious awards. So with that, I also want to welcome some new members to council. So I mentioned Kate Jeffrey, who's secretary, Kurt Horvath and Thirumala Devi Kanaganti are our new ICIS councillors. And thank you to both of you for your willingness to serve the society. A special thanks to the organizers of the 2020 meeting, which, as you all know, transitioned to a virtual meeting in light of the challenges we all faced this past year. This really was an incredible effort, and special thanks to Mike and Ram, also Sarah, Yuming Liu, Neha, Steve, and Renee for really the huge effort you put into this, and I think the meeting was a resounding success. As always, we want to thank our meeting sponsors. So we had a number of sort of sponsors who've been with the society now for many years. We are very grateful for your continued support shown here, and we also have many new sponsors, and we're really delighted to welcome you all to be part, and hopefully we can build long-lasting relationships as the society moves forward. So a couple of things. We want to propose some changes to the Cytokine Society bylaws. For those of you who are watching this, please click on the link below to view the existing bylaws. So it's been quite some time since these were amended, about 2014. We have a number of proposed changes. We want to add industry membership categories, Another important component of the bylaw changes is we really want to add some positions to support trainees and bring some trainee representation onto the ICIS Council. So we're proposing to add 2 positions that will focus on inclusion and training to the Council, and these will be voting members. We will also add confirmed future annual meeting chairs to the Council as ex officio non-voting members, and allow for the change to video conferences for Council meetings to enable more members to participate. We also want to propose some changes to the responsibilities of the Development Committee and changes to the Membership Committee. We want to allow for video conferencing of the annual members' business meeting to enable more members to participate. And then also some proposed changes to the nomination procedures as we move forward so that we can ensure that we have representation from across the globe and have different parts of the globe represented in a more equal manner on the society leadership. We also want to propose some changes to the annual business meeting and annual council meeting. So the proposed bylaw changes, please click on the link shown here. These amendments need to be approved by council. They're presented to the ICIS membership for discussion at this annual business meeting. They must finally be ratified in an electronic ballot by a 2/3 majority of those members of the society that cast their votes. So this will be, we'll be in touch with the membership to have this vote soon. So I just want to update you on some of the financials. So the society is really in good shape. I want to thank Dusan Boganovic, our treasurer and chair of the financial committee. Shown here is just some of our financial statements from 2020 back through 2016. And you can see, without me going through all of these numbers, we can kind of see across the last several years how the sort of financial status of the society is. So both in terms of revenue, annual sponsorship at the meeting, registration fees for meeting participants, as well as other revenue streams, such as the awards, for example. The society is really in very good shape. You can see the annual meeting expenses laid out here, as well as other costs to the society and other expenditures. So on the bottom here is really the sort of net gain. Thankfully, it's all been gains over the years, and that's shown really sort of helping to, build a solid financial foundation for the society as we move forward. So in the fiscal year 2020, we had a net gain of about $83,000. This really sort of builds on the last several years where we've had consecutive gains, helping to really sort of build a nice cushion for the society as we move forward. So what accounts for these increased gains over the years? So most of this is really, this particular year is attributed to an increase in membership dues and revenues. We had about a 15% increase in membership. We increased multi-year and industry memberships to a total of 1,100 or so members by the end of 2020. The Cytokine's 2020 virtual meeting had a net profit of about $60,000. We had about 1,000 attendees with, pretty significant average time viewing presentations and participating on that platform. We want to thank again our sponsors and exhibitors supporting the Society's first ever virtual meeting. The meeting expenses for 100% virtual meeting, we obviously saved on, accommodation and travel expenses for speakers, etc. So really most of the expenses for this past meeting were related to management and the virtual meeting platform. What are we going to do going forward with that gain? So a key component of this going forward will be, we will use these gains to support Milstein Travel Awards. So The Milstein Family Foundation is sort of no longer supporting some of our senior and junior awards, but we will continue that effort to try to support people as they attend the annual meeting every year, and this will start in 2021. We want to make sure that future annual meetings include a live streaming virtual meeting platform as a hybrid to expand participation globally and really make the meetings more accessible for our membership, as well as for those who don't want to travel or cannot travel in person to visit the various locations. And then, a key component is to really maintain some cash reserves for fiscal solvency and to be able to invest in future initiatives. Some quick updates on some of our committees. So the Membership Communication Committee report, this is chaired by Stacey Horner and Howard, who really do a phenomenal job, and thank you to both of them for their leadership. Membership numbers have increased. We're up about 15%. This is primarily due to students and postdocs who participated in this past meeting. The revenue from dues increased by 66% in fiscal year 20. The dues and the annual meeting revenue are really the lifeblood of the ICIS budget, and thankfully both are in really great shape. The types of memberships have also changed a little bit. We've, over the course of the last few years, we've increased our academic government life memberships. We have increased participation from, more academic members, but in particular, especially this past year, a lot of new student postdoc memberships for 3-year memberships. So totaling about 1,100 or so this past year. The total memberships, as I just mentioned, have really steadily increased. So this is really great, and we hope to continue this increase in the coming years. So some brief updates from the Meetings Committee report. And again, I want to thank Brendan Jenkins, who thankfully has committed to another term as chair of the Meetings Committee. Brendan is really absolutely critical and does a fantastic job with the meetings. So the 2020 virtual meeting, as I mentioned, we had a net gain in revenue of about $60,000 this year. Again, thank you to the efforts of Michael Gale, Ram Saban, and the local organizing committee for really a terrific job in pivoting to this completely virtual format. And, we had a few little hiccups along the way, but I think the platform worked really well. And overall, I think the meeting was a resounding success. So congratulations to them. Thank you to all of you, our membership and others who participated in the meeting shown here. This was really sort of a great mix of senior, more established investigators in the field, but I think in particular a lot of new, talented young investigators and trainees, and thank you to all of you for contributing. The meeting, I think, for a society that went all virtual, I think, that working with LabRoots was a really great experience, and I think we'll continue to work with LabRoots as we move forward with our virtual meeting platform, even with a hybrid meeting. So the next meeting, mark your calendars, will be in October in 2021. Hopefully we'll all be able to be there in person, but regardless, we still plan to make this a hybrid meeting where there will be an online virtual component. I want to thank the local organizing committee, particularly Simon Jones from Cardiff University, who's going to chair this meeting. The meeting will be held in Cardiff in Wales. Also thanks to Claire Bryant, Claire Lloyd, Ian McKinns, and Luke O'Neill, the local organizing committee. Abstract submission deadlines are June 1st. And we'll really sort of have an improved and customized LabRoots platform to make the virtual component even greater than the Seattle 2020 meeting. Please visit the website for further details, and the program is being fleshed out now, and I think this promises to be a really exciting event. The focus of this meeting is on Celtic cytokines, so sensing and interpreting cytokine and interferon cues. We'll have a lot of fantastic sessions focused on all aspects of cytokine and interferon biology, and the meeting, I think, promises to really be exciting. I think we'll all be very happy to get to Cardiff and see colleagues and have some fun again. So here's some deadlines. So the Young Investigator Award applications or nominations will be due May 15th. The International Cytokine Society Milstein Travel Award application through abstract submissions will be June 1st. So the abstract submission deadline, June 1st, early registration deadline is in July. And other virtual participant presentations will be due in September. The following year, the meeting is scheduled to take place in the Big Island in Hawaii. This is Cytokines 2022. This will be the 10th annual meeting of the International Cytokine and Interferon Society. And then our program chairs are James Turkson from Cedars-Sinai Cancer Institute, as well as Yasmin Belkade, Akinori Takaoka, and Elena Zuniga. And again, this should be a really exciting meeting in person, but there will also be the opportunity for those of our membership to join virtually. This is just a picture of Hawaii that we can all dream about. The meeting will take place on the Big Island. We have a great venue, the Hilton Wakaloa Village on the Big Island, and I think this should be a really fantastic location. So future meetings, so Cytokines 2023, we've already identified the next location, and that will be in Athens, Greece. This will be chaired by some of our Greek colleagues. In 2024, the meeting will take place in Seoul in Korea. This will be jointly sponsored by the Korean Association of Immunologists. And this effort is really led by Yumi Kim and her colleagues at Yonsei University in Seoul. And in 2025, we'll return to Seattle, hopefully this time in person. I think we are all really excited to get to Seattle and really enjoy this meeting. And again, thank you so much to Michael Gale and Ram who have kindly agreed to step up again and chair that meeting. Just a brief mention about the 2020 ICIS Awards. So the committee was chaired by Fabian McKay and Luke O'Neill. You can see here our awardees. So Warren Leonard was honored with the 2020 Milstein Award. Sarah Gaffin and Vijay Kutru were jointly honored with the BioLegend Award. Our new Luminex Award, the inaugural recipient was Greg Sonnenberg. And Anne O'Gara received the Honorary Lifetime Membership Award, and Joan Ofner was awarded with the Distinguished Services Award. I also want to recognize our Milstein Young Investigator Awards, Erin Ring, Alaya Tate-Wono, Zenu Zhang, and our Trainee Awards. So the Christina Fleischman Awardee, Carrie Lucas, the Amanda Proudfoot Tribute Award, Matteo Massara, the Sydney and Joan Pesca Postgrad Award, Autumn York, and the Sydney and Joan Pesca Graduate Award to Jack Major. So congratulations to all of those. So just as a reminder for this coming year, for the Cardiff meeting, we'll have our 2021 award nomination process, our mid-career and senior awards. The deadline is April 5th. The ICIS Award for Excellence in Interferon and Cytokine Research. This was really formerly the Seymour and Vivian Milstein Award. We're working hard to secure a new donor for this award, and we hope to be able to announce that soon. The BioLegend Award, the Luminex Award, the Honorary Lifetime and Distinguished Service Awards. So please don't forget to nominate your colleagues and trainees for these awards. Also, the Young Investigator Awards, the deadline is May 15th. These are, again, soon to be named. We're very close to finalizing an agreement on who will fund those awards, and then the Amanda Proudfoot, the continued support from the Pesca family with the Sydney and Joan Pesca Graduate and Postgrad Awards, and of course the Christina Fleischmann Award. I want to also recognize the 2020 Milstein Abstract Awardees. So these are from all around the globe, as you can see here. And that's it. So for any questions, please complete the survey on the 2020 ICIS members business meeting website. The link is shown here. And please keep an eye out for the ballot that will come to vote on the bylaw amendments. Thank you so much for your attention, and I hope everybody stays safe and well. Thank you.